Right, welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mind of a Young Entrepreneur. Today, I want to talk about a thing that I feel like is very important, and especially in today and age, because I heard this thing about Russell Brunson, or a thing that he talked about, and that was letting yourself or taking time off to just let your subconscious mind bubble up with the ideas, because like today we are just stimulated constantly. We have our phones, we have the computer, the work that we're doing. We are constantly stimulated by some sense. There's messages, notifications, all these things that pop up that always come to you and is stopping you and distracting you. And that is basically just numbing this thing, your subconscious, because you're constantly stimulated. You're constantly going on with your conscious mind. And the conscious mind can only get things from the five senses. So that's taste, smell, and hearing, it's sight, and it's touch. And when we have all these things, that is the only thing that we can think about these senses. But when we take a pause, then we can let our subconscious start to breathe and come up with these ideas and stuff like that. And that's why I go out on walks. That's so I can just let my subconscious spring out freely and let things come to mind. And that's why I'm so religious with these things. And it's a thing that I've been struggling with a lot personally, always being hooked to my phone, seeing myself scrolling at night and watching YouTube and all these kind of stuff. Like, you can really get stuck in a rut and loopholes that will just keep you stuck and will not let you just fold yourself out like a flower. And when you can just be alone, be alone with your own thoughts and think for yourself, that's where the magic happens. Like, that's when you have time to breathe, a breathing room. Because most people, they think like, I just need to catch my breath, and then they sit there for hours with their phone, but their mind is still just in complete frying mode. It's getting fried, and you feel miserable. Like, it happens to me a lot sometimes, and it's really a struggle. And but that's why I really try to focus on seeing how can I take a break from this, and how can I let my mind unfold itself, my subconscious mind, and let it come with the answers. So if I'm struggling with something in my business, I will just take a brief moment and let that thing just, like, the answer will just pop up to me straight. And that's the same with, like, if I'm writing copy and I need that big idea and can't find it out, I can sit at the desk for 6 hours, but nothing is happening. So it's not only in the bad side, it's also in the good way, because you can sit there for hours and hours and hours and try to figure out a solution for this. But as soon as you just like, have you ever like have the feeling when you go to bed and you just lay there, calm down, and then suddenly the idea just pops up into your head? And like, I've suddenly done that before. Like, I need to go out of bed again and take my notebook, jot that down, because that was such an important thing, and then go straight to bed again, because either I won't get some sleep if I don't do it. I'll just be thinking of that all night. But that is just a so important thing, letting your subconscious mind breathe and taking these breaks. Like, I really want to implement more like this thing. Either you're doing the work or you're just doing nothing, because either way it's a good output, because if you're doing nothing, your subconscious mind will have time to breathe. And if you do something, like you're putting in the work, you're putting in the effort. But I heard this by Russell Brunson that what he's starting to do is that he would work for 6 hours, and like the final hours of his workday, he will just like go around, chat to people, and just be more freely, because that's when he can do things, and like that's where the ideas pop up to him. And he told this story about like at a wrestling tournament, he tore both his biceps, so he couldn't work for 14 days or something like that. So like this really forced him to have these moments where he can just think for himself. And he said that he hadn't experienced more business growth. Like that was one of the things that gave him the most business growth, because like he just let his subconscious mind breathe and come up. Like the ideas just came bubbling up, and it came to the surface, and like got it. That's the thing. And that's why I think that Gary Halbert also talks about like a walk at the beach, generating a big idea is much better than any work hour putting into the task you're doing, because that is just the main thing, coming up with the solutions. But you can't do it because like when you're in the moment, because like you are limiting by these 5 senses. Like if you hear something, that's the only thing. If you feel something, see something, taste something, and smell something, like these are the things that your subconscious, or like what your conscious mind can do. But you can turn this around and just be with your own thoughts and calm down a bit, and then just you'll see these ideas and solutions to your problems just fizzle up, and you got it. That's the light bulb moment. So I think that was just like a fun little thing that I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace. Bye.